Are you hungry? Because the White Tusk are serving up grenade sandwiches, and it's all you can eat. That's perfect, because with this all-new legendary sniper build, you can finally enjoy unlimited explosives to your face. If you think explosives aren't an issue in legendary, you might just be kidding yourself. This legendary sniper build can take barrages of legendary explosives and absorb the damage, and the power is right where it needs to be in order to quickly drop anything the Tusk throws at you in 1 to 2 shots. It's everything you want out of a legendary sniper build, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Hit like if unique and effective builds are for you, and comment Grenade Sammys to support the channel.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my rope.
We're going to jump right into the build in just a moment, but before I do, let me quickly show you what this build can do. The first hit is about 12.7 million solo. The damage peaks around 59 million. That's enough to 1-tap elites, 2-tap chungas, and 1-shot warhounds and tanks. It's also capable of killing multiple warhounds and tanks with a single shot. It's great at range and close quarter combat, even against the heaviest of targets. Here's what the build looks like. It's probably not what you expected, but I assure you every piece on this build has been carefully considered and fully tested. Here's a quick preview of what the build can do at Roosevelt Island on Legendary. Don't worry, this isn't going to take long at all. I'm very into this build and I've been running it and perfecting it for almost 2 months now. It's important for me to articulate the build's objective. Yes, the legendary White Tusk have unlimited explosives to throw at you at almost every checkpoint. Yes, this build is optimized to counter that hazard, and that's extremely helpful, but it's more tactical than that. To efficiently clear legendary strongholds, it's important to eliminate target priorities. Grenadiers and drone operators make that list, and they play deep, and this build is configured to take their explosive damage to the face without being staggered and return a kill shot. The heals are strong on this one, so you can continuously take damage while eliminating targets. This sums up to clearing checkpoints quickly, most of which I have been doing in 2 to 3 minutes with this loadout. Let's start with the weapons. I'm using all 3 MMRs on this build: the Nemesis Exotic, the White Death, and the TAC 50. I use the TAC 50 to kick off the fight or take down multiple targets with a single shot. So you're going to want to run the Sharpshooter specialization to do the same. I don't have any handling on the build itself, so the specialization is going to give us breathe control to help with that and more headshot damage too. I'm using the Nemesis most of the time. I chose it because it has the power to basically take down anything with only a single headhunter kill stack. My other weapon is the White Death. I've been using this build to solo legendary, so I'm running the White Death for my close quarter fights. so I have no scope on it and instead put weapon handling mods. Once you have at least one headhunter stack, try rolling with this as much as possible. It will also eliminate everything in a single shot while giving you back 20% armor over 5 seconds for those headshots. It's also faster to use overall. Using the White Death with no scope takes some practice though, so if you get frustrated, put a scope on it. The pistol is the card for the extra skill tier. It's for an emergency boost to healing if I need it, but the White Death also serves that purpose too. We have the equivalent of 5 weapon damage cores because of the holster, 2 skill tiers, and 1 armor core. The chest piece is critical to the build. It's the named Walker and Harris Chainkiller chest piece with perfect headhunter on it. It gives us 5% weapon damage, and I have explosive resistance, headshot damage, and a repair skill mod. The talent Headhunter allows us to stack kill damage up to 1250% of my weapon damage as long as I have 150% headshot damage. The Nemesis has 256%, so we are good to go. The knee pads are critical because the talent Stand Your Ground keeps you from being staggered by explosives, so you don't get killed by being popped out of cover. This gives you a lot of confidence when playing. We're not invincible, but the greatest threat that Tusk has to offer is now not a big deal. The knee pads also give you 30% total weapon damage when you stand still for 10 seconds. I move a lot, and you think it would be an issue, but it's not. You see, Headhunter is so strong, once I get a single kill, my next shot will land over 33 million. That means I don't really care about the damage from the knee pads anymore. Here, look, this demonstrates what I mean. I have a Headhunter stack active and no Sawyer knee pad stacks. I'm gonna hit this Chunga for over 31 million and break his helmet. And still, with hardly any contribution from the knee pads at all, the build is still strong enough to one-shot kill him. And now I can repeat the cycle on the other Chungas. The backpack is a Raldi for 10% marksman rifle damage. I have explosive resistance, repair skills, and headshot damage. The talent is Vigilance, which gives 25% total weapon damage. This is disabled for 4 seconds when taking damage. Just like the knee pads, we don't care if it gets disabled. We only need it up long enough to proc Headhunter, the first skill. The mask is my second piece of Heraldi for more headshot damage. I have explosive resistance and headshot mods. This is the Picara holster. I am running it for the brand attribute and the extra 15% weapon damage. I have a skill tier and explosive resistance on it. My second Brazos piece is the gloves for another skill tier. We now have 2. I have weapon damage, headshot damage, and explosive resistance. In all, we have 70% explosive resistance. The cap is 80%, so we're almost maxed out. If you run 2 pieces R&K brand instead of Brazos, you can reach the cap. I tried this, but I chose 2 pieces Brazos in the end. You get a little more damage this way, but also another skill tier to help with the healing, as well as a buff to the decoy duration. The uptime on the decoy is just right this way, and the heals are perfect. This is important. I find explosive resistance on its own is not that helpful without a way to heal. You're just delaying the inevitable armor kit by a few seconds. Great bonus armor can also work with explosive resistance, otherwise it needs repair skills, regen, or armor on kill to really make a difference. And since marksman builds are so strong in the Division 2, there's room to add the heals and resistance to explosives without losing what the build does best: killing major threats with a single shot. If you see me sniping a legendary, it's likely I'll be running this build. And as long as legendaries have explosives, I'll probably be maintaining this build as a series with upgrades to it along with future game updates and new gear. If you're looking to be part of a strong, positive community, then I have you covered. Join us on Discord. We're not elitists, and we're so much more than just clans and raids. Tux's Discord continues to grow as the central hub for the player base that loves this game and wants to see it thrive. And if you love builds, this is the spot. And join Tux's Players Club to support the channel and the cause while getting access to member perks and extra content, like gaming music playlists. Click the join button below. Bandidos, you're gonna have to try this one too. It's a legendary skill build with explosive resistance.
Follow me.